What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can tell from the title of this video, I curb rashed my CURBED reps that I worked so hard on. Yeah, I curbed that, but I'll tell you why though, and it's for a good reason. So trying to make this story real quick, what happened was I was on my way to work, literally 1 minute down the street from it, see this car coming down, heading towards me on the opposite lane. Once I noticed that he was already over the line and started heading towards me, I had no choice but to turn the wheel to avoid him, which I did at the cost of curbing my wheels. Yeah, I was really mad, upset, but it is what it is. I'm trying to think positively, like, you know, it could have been worse. He didn't smash into me. There was no accident. Hopefully that's it. Hopefully that other person went on their way safely. It could have been worse, so I do keep that in mind. As mad and upset as I am, keeping myself grounded by thinking of that. I did check my dash cam, and guess what? It's been broken. The last footage that it took was early in the year, around springtime. So it hasn't been working for a while. Usually I've tried to remind myself to check it every month or so. Yeah, that was my fault. I should have checked my dash cam, and if you guys own a dash cam, make sure to check it every so often. Don't just set it and forget it, because I did hear of this happening where, you know, people get into accidents, they go check the dash cam and the footage isn't there. My dash cam does turn on, it lights up, but it's not recording footage. I've had it for about 3 years now, so I guess it's just degrading. That's my guess, or the SD card is pretty much done. I'm gonna replace both because it has been 3 years. I probably wouldn't have pursued anything further because I didn't get into an accident. I didn't, you know, there was no property damage, none of that stuff. So there was no point in chasing that person down. I do know that it's a black Ford Fusion. I don't know what year, but yeah, it was a black Ford Fusion. That's all I know. And here it is, guys. Always sad to see it, but here it is. Here's how the front end looking. It's kind of hard to see actually, but when you zoom in, yep, you can see it, the scrapes. Luckily that is the only part that is damaged, the rims. Front end, as you can see, no scratches, nothing like that, which is awesome to see. Of course my lip is always scraping. Here it is, the rims. Luckily I don't see any scrapes from the wheels. I did drive after I curb rashed, and it actually feels fine. I drove it for a couple days after. I had work, so I couldn't just replace them or swap them out. But here it is, closer look. Yeah, it's actually pretty bad, guys. Paint is chipped off, has a bunch of scrapes. Every single spoke has damage. It is what it is. It could have been a lot worse. So I guess I'll take curb damage out of anything else. You definitely can see from the side that the curve of the wheel, you know, pokes out. So that is what got scraped first, which is good and bad. Usually most curb rashes I'm used to is like the outer rim, but in this case it must have been a high ass curb, because that's where it got scraped. So I guess that curvature of the rim got scraped up first before the outer part of the rim. Here's the rear. It's actually not as bad as the fronts, but I'm actually really surprised that I even scraped in the rear. A couple spokes there, just about the same situation. Paint is peeled off, metal is scraped. Really sucks. At least these two spokes, these two and these two aren't really badly damaged. But yeah, same situation. I do see a little bit right here. Yep. So all that work is gone, at least for these two wheels. It's good that all four isn't like that. As for the tires, I don't see any like scrapes, punctures. Both of it is holding air, so that's great. No damage from the side, as you can see. But yep, it is what it is. So I'm just trying to move forward from that. So now my decision is to swap out the wheels, all four, not just one side, because that doesn't make any sense. And on a downtime, maybe in the winter in the basement, I'll work on the wheels again. And I'm gonna go with the A-Specs, of course. You guys already know I absolutely love those wheels. All right guys, one last look at the CURBED reps. They are looking really good still from far away. You know, this is about 6 feet away, but yeah, One last look. Still love the fitment on this. I had no idea how 9.5s with a plus 35 offset would look, but I think it actually looks really nice. Yeah, pokes out just a little bit, a little tad bit, enough to make it look super aggressive. And here's the good side. Yeah, boy, we got the good side. All right, CURBED reps. Hopefully we get you fully restored and put on next summer. Peace. And here it is, guys. A-spec wheels are officially on for the rest of the year, minus winter season, of course. Let's check them out. They are still actually holding up really well, as you guys can see. The only problem is on the passenger side. So this wheel right here in particular, the only bad thing was the tire was leaking a good amount of air. I want to say versus all four, this one lost the most air. It only had about 15 psi on it. I'm not sure what the issue is, but I just put some air in there. Still has some scrapes and stuff. All four has, like, you know, minor damage, like little chipping right here, but it's good to compare these versus the CURBED reps, because these are my first official sets that I restored all four, which these were the rare 18 by 8.5s. That's why I chose to restore them. I couldn't just let them go to waste, and they look pretty good. I think I did a pretty good job for my first set. Also, one other thing, and actually remember this from the last time I ran this set, it has a very small bubble right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, where that O is. It's funny that the bubble is around the O. There you go, you can see it right there. But from what I remember, they drove perfectly fine. Here's the driver rear, looking really good. Never mind, you know, the rust around the arch, but this one is actually looking really good still. And here's the passenger side rear. Still has a little chip from here, right here. At least it's not worse than the CURBED reps, right? As for these center caps, these are the newer versions. This is not like vinyl. This is like, it pops out, so this is like a mini emblem right here. I bought this, I forget what car it's from. It's from another Acura. I want to say the RDX, one of the more modern ones. I think one of the 2012s and up, that they have this type of center cap, which is pretty dope. Although it doesn't color match, it's more silver. In the picture it was more gunmetal, but it doesn't match that well, but it still looks pretty dope nonetheless. So it really sucks that this happened, but it is what it is. And what do we learn from all of this? People absolutely suck sometimes. We can do so much for ourselves, but others can ruin what you have. I'm very glad that nothing worse happened and there's no other damage. And I am fortunate enough to have another set of wheels. Also, I'm gonna get another dash cam and a micro SD card and make sure they work properly. It could have helped if this situation was a lot worse. With that being said, let me know in the comments down below if you've had a close call just like this one. Thank you all for watching. It's always appreciated. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.